Hi, my name is Ev and welcome to Buddy is in Charge and welcome to Avondale in County Wicklow. There are a number of walks here in Avondale Forest Park and we're going to go along the river walk today. Hopefully we might even see the cairn as well. So yeah, on we go. This is what most people come to Avondale for, especially young people, and that is the tree top viewing tower. This is Avondale House, and it was the home of Charles Stewart Parnell. Avondale is also the home of Irish forestry. This was 250 years ago, the chestnut tree. This one here was planted by a gentleman by the name of Samuel Hayes. He was a barrister and inherited Avondale in 1770. And it was he who designed Avondale House, which is beside us here. This place is very popular with school trips, so we have to be careful. The Great Tree Experiment, it started between 1905 and they tried to see what actually grew in Irish soil. So this is a great little information board beside the house itself. So it's had Irish and English. So a gentleman by the name of Arthur Forbes, a forestry lecturer from Newcastle on Tyne, and he is the man who came here and led this experiment. The house is open for daily tours. They have to be booked in advance. This information board is about the ladies of Avondale. They are Parnell ladies. It was home to Delia Parnell, and she was a well-educated American socialite, and she moved here in 1835 when she was married to John Henry Parnell. She advocated for Irish independence and women's rights, and her daughters Anna and Fanny inherited her free spirit. So there's a nice little bit of information there of the ladies. A very nice little monument here for Charles Stewart Parnell. It's Oscuelga, or most of it is anyway. So now we've done our little bit of history and now we are going to head off on our little loop. I'm going to take a picture of this. So these are the various walks here in Avondale. So you can do river walk, railway walk, cairn walk, and family cycle trail. So yeah, so take a photograph and on we go. But he can't wait to go for his walk. This is the Great Ride, and it is on this where a lot of these tree experiments began. So we're going in this direction, so on we go. So we're at the end of March at the moment, so these trees are certainly not in leaf at the moment, but yeah, really stunning. So we got very quickly away from people and into just trees. So yeah, Buddy's happy. It's quite flat as well. I am wearing my hiking boots and hiking trousers, waterproof jacket, only because, again, it's a case of where am I going to go to today? A permanent orienteering route around the forest park. The wind and the trees above. So most quiltshire forests have no parking fees. This one in Avondale does. This one at the moment, at the end of March 2026, the cost is €6 per car. Now I see value in it because this is a very important place for Irish history, and also to ensure that this place stays as it is, or as close to as it is at the moment. And for me, €6 is not excessive. Of course, other people are very different. So it's just something that if you are coming here, just remember, bring your card. It is card payment here as opposed to coins. Or of course use your device. So on we go. So I think this is a nice spot for a lunch and a picnic. It's called a picnic table with a view. So this is at the end of the Great Ride, and I will swing around to show you the cairn. Minus the black plastic bag belonging to Buddy. That's the cairn. And then swinging around up that way to the ride. And having had horses in the past, I know at least one horse that I have ridden in the past would love this ride. So this cairn was built by the early forestry students from stone collected from the clearing the old field boundaries on the estate. So we can look down towards the Vale of Avoca. That was our picnic spot. That's the Vale of Avoca. There's the cairn, and there's Buddy upside down again. So on we go. After our lunch it was getting a bit chilly, so I decided to carry on going for a walk. And we are going along the river walk at the moment. So last week for work I had a course, and then I had to study for an exam at the end of the week. And I'm glad to say I actually passed. So I'm really happy with that. So this is my little treat now, to get out into the open air where I belong, where Buddy belongs. So yeah, that was the reason for the lack of content last week, but we'll make up for it because there is a plan. Oh, that's a pheasant. Hope you heard that one. But yeah, so there are plans afoot of a little bit further away, but I'll have to go without Buddy, so that'll be coming up in a few weeks' time. This is quite a steep descent down towards the Avonmore River, which flows through Rathdrum, which is our nearest town. Rathdrum is served by the main Dublin to Wexford and Rosslare railway line, and also national and local bus services, so it is easy to get here. There are also day trips from the city centre, as in Dublin, to get to Avondale, and of course you can use your own transport as well. This is going to be fun. So we have wild garlic here. If anyone wants some nice wild garlic pesto, there is a bit. And that is indicative of an ancient woodland. So there you have a little bit of information on that. And now we have the interesting part of where we go under the railway. So I'm sure Buddy won't really appreciate the train going over. I would, obviously, because I love trains. But you can see here where you have the much older and original walls with the more modern track bed. And this is very common now. We also have an awful lot, oh okay, that's a blackbird, but there's an awful lot of game birds around too. So they were built to last, those walls. And this is it from the other side. So now, on we go. So in Irish, this is Cusan na Awan, which basically means is the river walk or the river way. So on we go. That there in front of you is the main Wexford to Dublin railway line. We come across this very nice little weir here, and then up the hill there's a dairy farm. There is a herd of cows waiting to go in to the parlour to be milked, and we have to go under the railway again. So on we go. We had the choice of either going the top part or the lower part, but as we come out here we can see where the Avonmore River is crossed by these rather old structures. These would have been 1840s built, but obviously have had a lot more modern protection around the base. So yeah, we're heading along here now, and really enjoying this walk. So far it has been accessible for anybody with young families. It would be perfect to get them out here. Few very steep descents if you have wheels or you have the need for wheels, but other than that it is very accessible. There is an accessible route here in the Forest Park for those who require such need. So on we go. I missed the train. I'm sorry folks. Yeah, I just heard a rumble and I thought, oh, I wonder what that is. Thought it was the river, but no, it was a train. So you can look down there at the Avonmore River. You can hear the Avonmore River as well. Just a reminder as to what it means. Avonmore is big river. Avonmore. So we're beginning to climb out now from the riverbed. This walk will be around about 5 kilometres, 3 miles. Roughly takes, well, it all depends on what you're doing. 1 hour 45 they suggest. But if you stop for a picnic and you look at the views, it can take longer than that or shorter, all depending on your interest. It's something I would suggest to anybody who is travelling along the railway, which is just there, and that is between Avoca and Glenealy. You'll go through this incredible wooded glen. Get your cameras out, is all I will say. I never think that cameras can really do justice to where we are, but hopefully this gives some idea. This is another V-shaped glacial valley. but he's not doing too bad. He's over 11 years old now. But I was conscious last year. I'm still very, very conscious of what he is able to do and what he's not able to do. And a young budwood would have been down there in no time. So on we go. The river walk is taking us down these steps, so obviously wheels would not be good. However, there is a main forest road in that direction which would take you back up towards the house. A nice little tributary of the Avonmore. We have all this to ourselves again today. The last time I saw anyone was at the picnic table. And we've done a fair bit of mileage since then. Isn't it just stunning? But he has had some wild water there. Not sure whether this is a trout or salmon river. I believe I hear a train. I think so. We wait here for a minute. I'm just going to shut this down, and then if we find one, we'll put it online. Of course, the problem is when I'm waiting for a train is that the noise of the river can either do good things or bad things to my hearing. Just when I thought we were going to get lucky, what happens except for the train turned into a plane which went overhead. So, bit of blue sky. Yippee, the promise of spring. So here we are leaving the Avonmore and we are heading back up towards the house. We had floods about 2 months ago, and this is obviously the remnants of those floods. I'm actually really happy that we actually took on this trail, the river walk. Really highly recommend it. It is just so beautiful. Try and come here on a day where midweek, where there's not that many people, and then you have this for yourself. Any young explorer would love this trail. Runners, sneakers, absolutely fine. Open-toed sandals, maybe not. This route has got a lot of tree branches and roots, and stubbing your toe is painful. So our trail is going back down towards the river again. So on we go. Heading back to the car now. So thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again soon. We will be in the area again shortly, as I want to walk around the lovely town of Rathdrum. Thank you for watching.